to clear America's railroads when they're blanketed by massive snowfalls, the rotary snowplow stands a spine-shivering 16 foot 6 inches tall, takes up 48 feet of track, and weighs a snow-stomping 137 tons. That's nearly 300,000 pounds. Mounted on the bow of this blizzard-eating beast is an 11-foot fan, driven by a 1,750 horsepower engine. Spinning at a snow-chugging 90 revs per minute, this wheel can slice and swallow a wall of rail-clogging snow 12 feet deep and spit it a distance of 100 feet. That's a third of a football field. The cold fact is, when it comes to clearing snow from California's Sierra Nevada mountains, this is hands down the biggest stick in the railroad's bag.
If we didn't have the rotary snowplow available, we wouldn't be able to keep up if we got heavy snows that we have had in the past. It moves such a large amount of snow that we would be shut down, and it would be weeks before we could get the Sierras open again without this piece of equipment. The weather conditions that we bring the rotary out is either we've gotten very heavy snows, so then we'll come out with the rotary and it moves very slowly, but it does move a large amount of snow.
Further, Steve, we're moving about 8 miles an hour.
In fact, this machine is so capable at carving a path through the white stuff that the railroads don't bother using it for ordinary snowfalls. Nope, this beast only sees service roughly once a decade. That's the typical time between blizzards big enough to bother getting this rotary all revved up.
The last time we brought the rotary out was 96 and 97. We'd had over 500 inches up on top of the hill when we averaged 450 in an average year. And we had a 12.5 foot bank, so we brought the rotary out, and then the following day we plowed from Emigrant Gap to Truckee and cleared the railroad up. To put together a snow train, we will start with a rotary on each end. Against those rotaries, we will have a B unit, or what some people call a slug. That's a locomotive that powers the blade itself. Then there's 2 locomotives in the middle, which are AC locomotives. The wings on the side, they're developed to operate so we can cut a wider path. And so we can shoot that wing out there and actually give us another foot. So that's why the wings are so important to us, is to just make our path wider, and it picks up more snowflakes.
Believe it or not, rotary snowplows are not modern inventions. This once steam-powered machine was actually built back in 1937. But while converted to diesel-driven electric in 1957, it still uses these boiling hot vapors to keep this snow-blowing operation on track.
The thing we use the steam for is to keep the windows clean, to keep the joints for the wings working, and of course we still have the steam whistle, which everybody loves. But that's what keeps everything working and operating so it doesn't freeze up on us. Well, I guess you could compare it to a dragon as the steam comes out and as it hisses at you, and it looks like it's alive and breathing when we have it fired up and actually operating. Okay, here we're at the front of the rotary. As you can see, we have the blades. Those are 11 feet across. The snow is picked up into the blade as it spins, and it goes out the top. Depending way up there at the top which way we have the chute going and the blade rotating, that's the direction that we will throw the snow. Here we're in the rotary snowplow control cab. And up here we have, these are rather unique, windows that rotate. These were developed by ships at sea when they were in high seas. As they rotate, you never see anything hit the windshield. So when we're in heavy snows, we don't see anything hit there at all. It's always clear.
But what's never clear while operating in these conditions is what's on the hillside above you. Go banging through a mountain pass with this snowplow, and the mountain could come crashing down.
Well, whenever we have the rotary out, it's generally potentially dangerous because we've had very heavy snows. In that case, we're in slide conditions. And so the biggest thing that we probably worry about is slides off of the side of the hill that may come down and bury us or tip us over. In 82 and 83, they had 194 inches come down in a few days on a base of 94 inches. We weren't blowing the whistle, we were being as quiet as we could because we were so concerned about slides.
But with a careful eye on the mountain above you, the Rotary snowplow will keep rolling, relentlessly removing snow, keeping America's railroads running.
Yeah, it's a pretty incredible machine. It is very powerful and it does move a lot of snow. And consider how long it's been out here operating, that it's pretty incredible that it still works today like it does and as well as it does.